Warm greetings, Code Monkeys and fellow VEDSies. Welcome back to CodedLockFilms. I thought that today I would just give you guys a little bit of insight into how the reviews on this channel get made, because that seems to be something that people are genuinely curious about. So everything pretty much starts right here. The entirety of the review process, unless it involves some kind of location shooting, it takes place in my room. What I do to start off with is, obviously, I have to pick the movie that I want to review. Generally, I will just kind of look for whatever I'm in the mood to do. If I'm in the mood to do a Disney Direct DVD, I will look up a list of them and see which ones sound like they might be kind of fun. Or I will more commonly look at recommendations from people who have said they want me to review this or they want me to review that. And if a lot of people are suggesting one particular thing, then that thing will be chosen next. The Disney ripoff collection, I basically just try and keep an eye out for that sort of stuff in bargain bins, that sort of thing. Sometimes I will go onto YouTube and see if anybody has uploaded them. So once I have decided what I want to review, I will sit down here on my couch, well, my bed. It's a futon, so it's both, and I will put the video on the television in my room, which is right behind the camera at the moment, and I will just sit there and I will watch it for the first time, and I will have my laptop here with me, which I will put next to myself. I do everything in Google Documents, which is nice, because then if I'm elsewhere and I think of an idea, I can just open it up on my phone or on my tablet, and I can enter the idea just in a little section of notes. But yeah, I take notes on Google Docs on the movie as I'm seeing them, just various ideas that I might have as they come to me, various jokes that I might think of, whether or not I feel like this movie should be done as a full-length review or not. Once I have taken all my notes on the movie and I've completely watched it through once, I will generally get up, I'll walk away, I'll take some time on it. Usually I will sleep on it, and then I will come back and watch the movie again the next day, and I will take some more detailed notes. I'll look at my notes and I'll decide, okay, is there enough material here for a full-length review? Is there only enough material for a shorter style review, or is this really not worth reviewing at all? Generally, if it's not worth reviewing at all, I'll know after the first watching, but if I'm on the fence, I'll give it a second watch. And that's generally how I go about figuring out what I'm going to review and how I'm going to review it. And at that point, I will move over to the scripting stage of the process, which also generally takes place here on my bed or over there at my desk. And that is when I will take all of the notes that I have made and I will create a full-length script out of it. I will include all of the intros, I will include all of the cues for various clips. I will generally have the script divided up into two sections. It's all written linearly, but I will have one section that's highlighted by a different color or something like that, so that I will know what I have to shoot on camera in full video making setup and what I don't. What that means is that there are any clip where you see me on screen, I shoot that differently from when you're hearing voiceovers. I record it all in the camera because I like to keep the audio quality consistent. I like to keep the audio sounding the same from face clip to voice clip. So I will record it all in the camera, but I will get a little bit more into that once I get to the editing section, which I will move you over to now. So once I have finished with the scripting portion of everything and everything is ready to go and ready to shoot, I then have to get my reviewing area itself ready to be shot in. That entails several things. The first thing I have to do is set up the camera itself. I shoot on a Nikon D5100 and I use a Rode video mic on top of it, because the in-camera mic is not the best. In order to get my focus, the first thing I will have to do, well, the first thing I have to do is take care of light. But in order to get my focus, what I will do is I will zoom in as far as I possibly can, and then what's nice about having the beard, it's got lots of little hairs in it, so it creates a very good focus point. And once I've got my focus, I will zoom back out like so, and I will make sure everything is in frame. I will adjust it left to right if I need to, up and down if I need to. From then on, I have to set up my lighting. My lighting setup is fairly simple. I have a simple ceiling light up here. I also have a light over here clipped to my desk, which I use to shine light onto the desk itself when I'm working, and to shine it here when I am shooting. Also, there is a big window over here. I like to shoot during the day so that I can get lots of natural light. And what's nice is I also have a bunch of trees outside my window. So even if the sun is going out from behind clouds and going back into cover, the lighting does not tend to change too much when that happens, because the trees kind of naturally diffuse all of it. And that is how my lighting setup generally works for these videos. If I ever have to shoot at night, I will try to bring in some secondary lights to just kind of flood the room with a little bit more light and make everything more even, make it look nicer. And I will sometimes, I will have my laptop over here on a chair so that I can look at it, look at the script, and the laptop also provides just a little bit of extra light if I need it. The benefit of shooting everything in this bedroom is that it is a fairly small room, so it is easy for me to control the sound and to control the light in this room. What is hard about shooting in this bedroom is that it is the hottest room in the house for a couple of different reasons. It is on the highest level of the house and hot air rises, but it is also the farthest room in the house from the actual AC unit, which is all the way over on the other side of the house, and my room only has one AC vent, so it does tend to get a little bit hot in here when I am reviewing, which is why I try to keep my FaceTime to a minimum and sort of isolated. And the way that I do that is I have my script and I've got little bits highlighted, like I said, which are going to be the bits where I'm going to be on screen talking. And I will shoot all of those in one big clump, and then I will go and shoot the voiceover, which I do simply by just turning my eyes to the side, not my head, because I want to be able to project to the microphone. And I will look at the script and I will just read lines until I get a take that I like, and then I will move on to the next line. And while I'm doing this, I always have a very, very full water bottle. I keep that next to my bed because the process of shooting does tend to dry out the mouth when you're talking for quite a long while, and also projecting and trying to have good quality to your voice. Beyond that, I also have to get myself ready for shooting. As you saw in the last clip, I do wear a lot of button-down shirts. It's my personal style, but when I'm just kind of sitting alone at home, I tend to just, be a little bit more dressed down. I think that's how most people are, and it just sort of in more lounge style clothes. So I will put on a button-down shirt. I have to get my glove on because that's really my only one main costume piece in this show. I will make sure my hair looks good. I will wash my face very thoroughly so there's not like any kind of skin oils, or at least it's kept to a minimum. And I will also run a comb through my beard so it doesn't look all scraggly. And once I am ready to go, I will come in here, I will sit down, I will shoot things, and once I am done with the whole process of shooting, I will move over to my editing station, which I will show you now. This area here is where all of my editing happens. I edit my videos using Adobe Premiere Pro. It is a big money investment, but for me it was very much worth it. I was able to get a student discount back when I purchased it, so it was very much worth the price. I really like Adobe Premiere, and I've used this to edit my videos for a long time. Before I used Adobe Premiere Pro, I was using Final Cut Pro, and before that I was using iMovie. That was forever ago when I was using iMovie. I've used Final Cut for a good long while. And I've been using Premiere Pro ever since I switched over to the PC. What I will use to get the footage off of my camera is that this camera uses an SD card for its storage, and I have a little SD card slot on the side of my computer here. So I will just go into the camera, I will grab out the SD card, I will plug it in, and I will transfer all the files. That's no problem. The way that I get footage off of the DVDs is I open them up in a VLC, a media player, which is a free media player based on Linux. Any type of video file that you could think of, you can play on VLC. I will bring that up, and I will also start up a session of Fraps. Fraps is a video capturing software. It's most commonly used by people who record video game footage. It's what I like to use. I like using Fraps. It works the best for my purposes. It allows me to get good, high quality footage. And once I have brought everything into my computer, I will bring it into the Adobe Premiere program, and I will do what I call a rough edit, where I take all of the clips that I want, whether they be voice clips, video clips, or clips of the movie, and I will drag them and put them roughly into the timeline where I want them to be put generally in the review. Once I've done that rough edit, I will do the fine edit, which is where I just fine-tune all the little details. I will make sure audio clips lead into each other nicely. I will get the video clips edited to exactly where I want them to be. And this is also when I will add in things like text, as well as any visual gags that I might want to include, such as the handsome prince to take your heart away from the Cinderella Disney ripoff collection review. I will do a final watch through within Premiere itself. If everything is exactly where I want it to be and I like the edit and I like how everything flows, then I will export it to an MP4, and then I will watch that final MP4 just to make sure nothing went wrong in the export. It doesn't happen very often, but it does happen because computers are never perfect things. So once I have made sure that the video file itself is good, it is ready to be uploaded to YouTube for your viewing pleasure. Now, this whole process of watching the movie, filming the review, editing it all together, exporting and everything, generally takes me about 3 to 4 days, depending on the length and the complexity of the review in question. For a longer form review, it may take me as long as 5. For a really, really short review, I might be able to get it done in 2. But 3 or 4 days is generally a pretty good benchmark for how long it takes me to get a video completely made and uploaded. You may be asking, well, if it takes me 3 to 4 days, then how am I able to do VEDS? Well, it's a combination of things. The first thing is that I work ahead with VEDS. I will generally start making videos for VEDS about 2 weeks in advance of VEDS. That way I will have a little stockpile of anywhere between 3 to 6 videos that I can start uploading. That way I have time to get other videos made during VEDS itself, and I don't have to fall behind or miss any days. Also, there are many types of videos that don't take nearly as long to edit. For example, like a video blog style video. I will be able to create and upload and edit all of that usually within a day. I'll be able to shoot it, edit it, upload it, everything all in the same day, because they don't take very long. They're improvised, and they're generally much shorter videos, and it doesn't take too long to get those videos put together. The other question you may be asking is, okay, well, if it only takes me 3 to 4 days to make an average video, why don't you see videos a lot more often from me? Well, the reason from that is because I'm only able to do that if I have time off, basically, if I'm not working that day, and I can devote my full day to video making. Unfortunately, you know, this is not my job. I do not get paid to do these reviews. I would like for this to be my job. It would be really cool, because then I could devote all my time to entertaining you guys and getting videos out as frequently as I possibly could. But I don't make any money from making these videos. Even if I were to have ads enabled on my videos, I would make nowhere near enough money off of that to justify quitting my day job and doing this full time. That would be nice, but I don't have nearly big enough a following to be able to do that. So because I do have to have a day job, this process usually takes me a lot longer, because rather than being able to devote like 9 to 5 to it on a given day, I'm only generally able to devote about an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours to video making in a given day. And that's if I'm basically using my free time for nothing else other than making videos. And I do need to have a life. So that is why you don't see videos more frequently. Obviously, you know, there was the 11-month period where I wasn't doing videos at all, but generally on an average month, I might get 1, maybe 2 videos out in any given month, just because I literally cannot afford to spend very much time on making videos like this, because it's not my job. I wish it were my job, but I'm not getting paid to do it. I can't make enough money off of it to make a career out of this at the present time in my life. That is why it takes me longer than 3 or 4 days to get a video out, even if the process is generally only 3 or 4 days total. So that is pretty much how a video, well, at least a review, gets made around here. It's a fairly straightforward and simple process. It just takes a lot of time, a lot of refinement. But other than that, that's pretty much all I have to say about my process of video making. If you have any questions about the process that I did not cover in this video, please feel free to leave them in the comments down below. I will answer any questions that I am able to. And until next time, Code Monkeys and fellow VEDSies, I will see you tomorrow.